If you follow me on social media for a while, you know this past summer I went through my storage bins here in the game room, cleaned them all out, had enough trading credit to get a Virtual Boy. That was part one. As school has started back up, and the club periods have started back up, and I've needed more supplies down here, I've had to go back into those bins looking for cords, controllers, cables, things like that. When I cleaned those bins out, I thought I did a pretty good job of organizing them according to what they were. Well, it turns out not so much, and it turns out I can't find anything. When I'm making these videos or bringing stuff into school, I'm having a hard time digging up the controllers, the cables, and all the connectors I need. Unfortunately, right now, I'm in the position where I need to go into those bins again and clean them. But I thought I'd make it a little more interesting this time, not only recording the process with you and how I'm going to organize it, but also organizing it in such a way that it should be easy for me to find what I need very quickly without all that frustration that comes with it. Now, there's more than one bin of what I have in terms of gaming stuff, but the one that I go to the most would probably be what I call Tote 1. Tote 1 is going to have, that says Tote 4, you moron. Tote 1 is going to be heavy and have most of the controllers and cables I need. This is it. Make content and do your cleaning. Good stuff. So off we go to Happy Land. Let's pop this open. And you can see right now why I need to reorganize this. And the main reason is because as I go in and pull things out, they say out of the bag, and when I put them back, I throw them back in without any regard for where they were in the first place. And on top of that, a lot of stuff just gets slowly mixed in here, and now it's a mess. It's just such a mess. The other thing I want to do is while I'm in here, I'm going to separate out a lot of the controllers I bought, the cool, odd controllers. I just don't know where to start. So I'm going to do the one thing I think that'll help me figure out where I should start. There, that helps. Well, I guess we're sitting on the ground now. I don't wanna. I really don't wanna. I really, really don't wanna. But we're gonna. So, first things first, let's go and see what we have. What's in here? Oh, okay, so do we need these? We have them. And we have a pretty princess case. That's pretty cool. My official PSP rubber sleeve, they call it. That's pretty nice. Ooh, kids won't recognize an NES, SNES, RF switch. Controllers are gonna go to one pile, because they're gonna be in one side. I had this. Controllers on one side. Make a pile of controllers. I have a PS3 controller in there. I've been looking for a PS3 controller. My original PlayStation controller, original one. I got some nunchucks in this bag here. Like, there was a reason. I did attempt to organize things. I did attempt to keep things in good order here. I gave away Dreamcast controllers, and yet I have two more that I know they came from. Oh, this is such a mess. Okay, controllers over here. Get more controllers. The yellow Dreamcast controller, everyone's favorite. Ooh. Fun controllers. Stay tuned to the channel. We'll get into these later. And something like this too. These controllers, these are cool. Oh, okay. Component cables for the Wii. I can use these. Nope, make the piles. Make the piles. Another one of those controllers we're going to get into later. All these controllers I don't use that often. Probably should bring to school for some of these things. These are protector cases for the Wii U, the gamepad itself. Not sure what I'm going to do with that. Controllers, some kind of Skylander portal. I guess that's technically a controller. Another RF switch. Like, I need more of those. So much stuff everywhere. That is a Genesis power brick. Okay, so AV here, then we'll put power over there. We got a Wii power supply. We got an empty box from a link cable for a PS2 that I'm going to throw away. We got Wii U adapter. Sometimes I don't know what I'm thinking because I have a Wii U stuff in here that's fine. Then I also have an AV cable for all the Nintendo systems up into the Wii with S-Video that I didn't know I had. I bought two of these. Like, this is AV, but then this over here, these are clearly controller things. So, like, do I put them over here? Just do that. I wish I would have known I had that. This is probably a charger adapter. Dreamcast VGA box, which may or may not work. I'm not sure anymore. Then we have a random USB micro. Just so much random stuff in here. I don't know what I'm... Power, I guess. AV, okay. This is something I guarantee you most people don't have. I believe... No, this isn't it. Here's a component cable for the PS2. A Rocketfish component cable. Again, not HDMI, but this is a really nice cable. It's very, very heavy. Alright, random AV cables. What do we got? We got PlayStation. This is the problem, too. Take out the bin to use it. I go to put it back. I don't bind the cord. I just leave it there, and then all of a sudden, I have a mess in my boxes again. My bins, whatever. I do. That's the worst part. I do. I have it. But then, when I start going in the bins, I made the checklist, and I would start going in the bins, and what would happen is I'd move stuff, or I'd take stuff out for school, for a video, whatever it may be, and then I wouldn't be able to tell what I had. So those checklists are useless. Here's another GameCube Nintendo 64 AV cable, which, again, I bought how many of these? So angry. That's two of those right now. Oh, this is a fun one. This is for the gun cons for Time Crisis. That's a special cable you need. Here's that figure 8 power adapter I was looking for last week. I was having a conniption over. There's one right there. Oh, more AV cables for the Wii. Just a standard split stereo cable for that. This can go in the nunchuck bin. But again, why was this even out? Like, why did this get out of its bag? Go back in your bag. The pile is shrinking, though. The pile is making sense. The pile is moving. We are not bound by the pile anymore. We're making progress. That. You know, I might as well put this Wii controller in there, too. That was one we used to beat Xenoblade Chronicles. Got an RF adapter for the Dreamcast. Got that gold controller for Toys R Us, I think. The N64. Oh, what a mess. Who made this mess? Can't blame the kids. It's all me. What is this for? It's like a holster for a Game Boy or something. Storage stuff over here. I have like these random case things I have no idea what to do with. Wii U Pro Controller, Wii U Pro Controller charger, Wii U Pro Controller. We got a Wii U sensor, a Wii sensor bar. Don't know what to do with that. My miscellaneous over here. That. And again, here we are. We have PlayStation mic, microphone for PlayStation, Rock Band microphone. I know I had that. When did I buy that? What is in this bag? Okay, we got another Rocketfish component cable for PlayStation. I got 2 of these. These are really nice, but no way I'm going to use them right now. We got a USB power adapter. Okay. Yeah, I got a Rock Band mic for some reason. Interesting. I don't know why I have this or where I got it from. I have like USB power stuff put over there for right now. I guess this is controller, more or less. This here is another Rocketfish product. This is Best Buy's brand. This is a charging cable for the PSP, PlayStation Portable. I guess I must have put a bunch of these in there in case I needed them. These are just power bricks for USB cables. Don't know what this is. It's Streamcast, I know that, but I have no idea what it is otherwise, so put that over there. Oh, keeps going. What is in here? I got more USB cables for some reason. I guess I thought I'd need USB cables for everything. No, not sure why I thought that. Then we got PlayStation 1 controller extension. Then we got PlayStation, again, something people don't see very often. This is a system link cable for PlayStation 1. Then over here, is this what I'm thinking of? Nope, they're just left and right audio. Why do I have this? This is so stupid. Okay, we're good. Oh, the Xbox mics. Remember those? That's old. And an Xbox AV out from Rocketfish. Guess I have no shortage of these. This here, this is this pound box. Which one is it? This Dreamcast one. This is garbage. That needs to go. Power cable, by the way. You didn't notice. Couldn't find those last week, but I got 2 now. Cool. Very cool. I think I'm getting to the point where it's more manageable. This here has got to be something for the original Xbox that goes in the controller. Not sure about all that stuff. I didn't really have one back in the day. It's original Xbox AV cable here. We got Dreamcast AV cable. I'll need that. We have another USB cord for some reason. Why do I have all these? We have this awesome SharkPad Pro for the N64. Again, stay tuned. We'll get into these controllers a little bit later. This awesome PS2 controller, made like an NES controller. Pretty fun. Another RF switch for the NES, SNES. Wow, crazy. A Genesis controller. You can probably just throw that garbage away. No one likes a Genesis. No, they can't hear you didn't mic up, so they can't hear your cries for Genesis mercy. I hate to be that way, but I bring systems in all the time for Game Club. And the 2 systems that I'll bring in, and I'll not force them, but the ones I'm like, come on guys, try these. These are really fun when we were kids. The 2 of them are Genesis and the N64. And the reason I mention that is because every time I bring them in, pretty much no one touches them. And, it's like, I'm not trying to be mean, but to me, those were the ones that are probably holding up just the least out of all the retro systems. The PlayStation 1, hugely popular. And I would think, oh, well, maybe it's because the graphics are old, but they play the SNES and the NES every week. Make of that what you will out there, people on the internet, how people receive new things. Oh, man. We got another power cord that I needed last week, of course. And we have this here. Most people don't know what this is. If you didn't have an AV connector, if you didn't have, how about this? If you didn't have composite video with stereo sound on your TV, but you want to play the GunCon games from Namco, you need one of these bad boys here so you could run the RF adapter into this and then get that signal you needed. I've never really used this, but it's kind of cool to have. Just one of those things that you really don't need anymore unless for some reason you can find an LCD TV without composite video of any type. I think I have 5 Xbox 360 AV cables for some reason. I'm not sure why. I guess this is AV. I'll keep with that. Okay, and here we got, this is pretty much untouched. This is all Genesis stuff. And again, not to be mean, but there's a reason why I haven't touched the Genesis stuff, and it's because just no one wants to play it, except for my wife. My loving wife loves her Genesis, but everyone else is kind of like, that sure is something. Another one of those figure 8 cords I couldn't find last week. This should be the charger adapter for Wii U Pro controllers. This doesn't need to mess with. There's just parts for the system. Oh, it's a DS carrying case. Oh, that's cool. When I bought this stuff or found it, how do you not remember what you have, But at a certain point, you have so much junk lying around that, which almost makes it fun, right? It almost makes it fun to go through this stuff and say, oh, I forgot all about that. A Wii U disc cleaner. Thought that was my issue with my Wii for a while. It was not. This is a Sega Saturn AV cable, maybe? Not positive. Pile over there, and this is from StarCraft, I want to say. From that BlizzCon stuff. Back when people liked Blizzard stuff, I couldn't play WoW anymore. I thought about it. I'm like, oh, I want to go and fling some fireballs at people. Then I'm like, no, I really don't. Look at that monstrosity I bought. Okay, we're almost there. I finally found this. I was actually kind of looking for this to show people. This is something I guarantee most people either don't have or don't know exists. Now, if you look carefully, this side looks like a standard composite AV cable assembly, but if you look over here, you'll see this weird adapter. Hopefully you can see it on camera. Like, well, what is that? I've never seen that before. That's PSP. This is a video output cable for the PSP, and it's a component too. This is a component video output cable for the PSP, so you can play your PSP games on the TV. And I'm not sure how many people know the PSP did video out. In fact, I might just do a TikTok or another YouTube video about this specifically. So I'm going to keep this handy. But this is an AV output for the PSP. Pretty cool. Not sure how many people use that, but if you wanted to, I remember you and I played Final Fantasy VII. We did the Golden Chocobo. Yep, we put on the big TV and we did the Golden Chocobo together. Yes. As far as you know, Final Fantasy VII is only Chocobo racing. There's no other story there, just the quest to get a Golden Chocobo. Here's something people haven't seen for a while, the Nintendo Switch network adapter and these original Xbox 360 Ethernet cables. I'll keep those in here. But yeah, this is it. This is everything that's there. And when you sort it all out, you can see the bulk of it is controllers. The second most thing is AV cables. And the third most thing is going to be, I guess you can say, power cables, things like that. So what I'm going to do is off camera, go through all these cables, put them where they should be in terms of like bagging them up for like PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo stuff. And then I'm going to make sure that when I take cables out of that box, that bin, I leave them in that bag and I put them back in that bag because I don't want this to happen again. I found probably 5 or 6 things I needed desperately last week that I had to go buy in these piles. So let's snap my fingers and we'll have everything back in the bin and organized like that. So to the untrained eye, this might not seem like a big change, but I can tell you right now, everything is sorted as it should be. Every type of PlayStation connector and power cord that I have is together. Every type of Nintendo connector and power adapter I have is together in one place. And I promise myself, I won't let that happen again because when I pull a cable out and use it, and I'm done with it, it's going right back in the same bag and I will not be lazy anymore. Over here, I know that this is all controllers with the exception of a few things that really don't matter all that much. Mainly the Sega Genesis, it doesn't matter to anyone. But this over here will be only controllers, so if I'm looking for a controller, I know this bin only. I won't have to go through this gigantic bin that I had over there, that really large one, and dig and dig and dig and get frustrated and angry, especially with the weight. That thing was very, very heavy. So, not a huge improvement in a lot of people's eyes, I'm sure, but to me, this little organization bit is going to make all the difference. Now, all those really cool, crazy old controllers you saw in this bin here, stay tuned to the channel because we'll be getting into these pretty soon here. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this organization chit-chat with me. We'll see you in the next one.